when you say thief, this whole village is gonna chase that boy and they're gonna burn him.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's quite serious. That's why people are so trustworthy, because they know that if you're a thief, like
you're basically
stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, and also like we're all the same. We're all in life together. So there's no reason to like steal from each other. And also the thing about Africa, where we grew up, it was like the reason why like you knew everybody. So if you stole from me, I'll find out who you are and I'll come after you.
Don't really have that here, eh?
No, you guys don't know who your neighbors are. In Africa, you knew your neighbors. You knew like the 10th house down. You knew who they were. And
you're probably related to them.
Yeah, and it's why like my mom tells you know that like my mom's a typical African lady, because in Africa women talk. Yeah, so let's say there's a lady like down the street. My mom's like, you know the lady down the street? Yeah. What? Like African American was like, they know they gossip.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah.
Like there's like, but all the females that come and just gossip about people.
Yeah.
And so like my mom, you can tell my mom this is exactly. My mom sometimes will tell people about some random ass person who they don't know. But if we're back home in Africa, everyone will know that woman by now. And they'll be like, Rudy, Jamani, yeah, and it's all that. And like, yeah, so like Africa's all about community, man. Community is like the biggest thing. Like, if one person suffers, we all suffer. If one person loses a family member, the whole village goes to the funeral. Like, the whole village goes around the family and help them out. Like, basically, like, we're all about togetherness. Like, if one person's hungry, we come together again. We come around and feed them. One person like has no place to sleep. Yo, dude, get in my house. Just live in my house today. You know, like it's all about.
Churches could probably be more like that. Eh?
Yeah. They even man, African churches, man, they can go for hours, man. It's like you got your morning sermon done, and everyone just hangs out the church. Everyone's like, the kids are playing on the field, the parents are just talking and stuff like that. You probably get home around 4:00. You get fed at church, and like it's just church. Like it's just an ongoing thing.
It's a way. It's people meeting together and enjoying each other's company.
It's amazing, man.
Yeah.
You love Africa.
Yeah. Sunday, man.
Oh, we have to. Yeah.
Sunday.
I gotta yeah. If I get married, gotta go back. Definitely. Get the roots back in.
Yeah. That's cool, man. Yeah, man. It's just like I found it was really cool actually taking you to that centre and meeting with that lady from AUT. You probably actually knew her as well and you didn't even realise it.
Probably.
But I mean, like, it just opened up possibilities for conversation that probably wouldn't have opened up otherwise. She's just like, it felt more comfortable, I think, to just show this other side of herself, you know, more kind of real and fresher and just kind of saying, yeah, these were people who were close to my heart and everything, and I do this out of a passion and a purpose.
And you can tell that she actually cared.
Yeah,
You know some people, like, they do a job for the hell of it.
Yeah, off the pay, you know, just for the day-to-day kind of thing. Yeah.
You could tell this woman had, like, she had a passion and desire for refugee people. Like, I was honestly just touched by her. Like, being a refugee and seeing that, I was like, wow. Like, thank you for carrying it. That's the thing. Like, a lot of people see refugees as being a pain in the butt. The thing is, though, we don't want to leave our home country. We want to stay, but we're forced to leave. And
yeah, it's not like you're like, you know, a migrant. Like you want to leave, you know, for new opportunities and everything. Yeah.
Like my dad would gladly stay in Africa. He misses it, man. He misses just, and you can see it in his face. And even I do. I get days where I miss Africa. I miss the community. I miss like Africa is perfect for a person who's a really, really, really extroverted. Introverted.
Extrovert?
What am I?
You're extrovert.
Yeah. Someone like me. You love Africa because it's all about community. It's all about community. Alone time is hard to find. Community is just the biggest thing. Like, I don't know. It's just and I miss that. Like, and even here at Ladle, we throw the word community around like as if it's.
But it's cheap, eh?
But we're not doing community.
Yeah.
We're not doing community the way it's supposed to be done. Community, like community, like you have to care. Like you actually you must 100% care. Like you can't fake it, and people gotta be honest. Like I'll do it as well. How are you, man? I'm good. I can feel crap. But in Africa, how are you, man? Oh, Jemani, I said, what's wrong? Oh, it's just like all this stuff comes out. It just comes out, and then oh, that's sweet. And then right there, your job is to help the person out. And then if you can't help them out, I got your back. You tell someone else. At least that's two people who know now. You can run and help them out. Like, yeah, Lord, no. Like we try to play this community card. We're just being individuals. Like
that's the thing, though. It's like it's the individualism.
So.
Yeah, I mean, because like that was my third experience, right? Like meeting your family.
Yeah.
Well, interviewing your parents about just their experience with genocide, with the, migration, and their actual experience of New Zealand. They kind of seconded a lot of what you had to say there, eh? Like, it's just kind of like building that, I guess, that context of that picture. And that was real interesting, eh? Like, when I got to ask him, it's like, are you happy you're here? When I got to ask them, it's like, what are the positives and negatives of that? Do you regret? What do you regret? What do you embrace? There were a lot more regrets. Like, they started listing straight off the bat all the things that New Zealand isn't, and like what they miss in Africa. And then I had to kind of actually bring them around. It's like, but there are good things, right? He's like, oh yeah, like there's this and there's that and there's that. But it's like you can see it in them, eh? It's like there's that missing of it.
Because I think because my parents, they're just African, man. They're African parents, they're blood to the bones, eh? And to them, this is Africa because just the way we live, we're just so self-centered around here. Just so selfish. Like my dad, at every house we've been at, he'll try his hardest to make friends with the neighbors because that's the African thing, and they will just, and he would just shatter out. You can just tell, like my dad, like.
Well, he is in North Shore as well.
Yeah, he's a community person, man. He's all about community. He's all about getting community around. He's all about he's like how we had like me, you, Kaiser, and Luke at our house. My dad loves that. He loves, like my dad likes like my mom, my parents. They always say this. I want a big house because I want you guys to bring your friends over. I don't want you. I want your friends to not come. I want them to come in and actually feel at home.
We should go see them next weekend.
Yeah, dude. And like that's and.
I'm not here next weekend.
And my dad's like the reason why this house has got 2 living rooms, so like when your friends can come, you guys got your own place to hang out. Like you don't have to feel like you hang out with the adults. You guys can just come downstairs, chill, what you want to do. And like you don't find that's so rare to find these days.
Yeah, I mean, like I've actually. I think in instances of Christian culture, I have found that. I mean, but it's like from what it sounds like, from everything I've read, everything I've seen, African culture's just got it down, down to a T, and it's like, I think like Christian culture could actually learn a lot. Like when I say Christian culture, I mean like Western Christian culture, New Zealand Christian culture. Could learn a lot from this way of being,
I think we all could actually, like, because the one thing I'm a big sinner as well about this. We don't accept others. Like we find it hard to accept others, whether they dress weirdly or they act weirdly or they talk weirdly. If I find out to accept them, but in Africa, dude, like, acceptance is a key thing, eh?
Yeah.
Like, because no matter who you are, if you're in the community. If you're in the community, like, you can still do your part. Like, no matter if you got a disability, you can still do your part. Like, if you got a mental illness, you can still do your part. Like, we're all together. But here I find that we're all not together, but all in our own little groups. And that's how we're weak. Because we're working individually in groups. But if we all put those groups together, mate, imagine how powerful. Like, a clear example is denominations, eh? Like, and if we all just put our walls down, and somehow find a common ground and just work together, imagine how big we would be. Like, imagine how many souls we'll reach.
It's true. It's the whole thing. unity and diversity, though, right? It's like you need that oneness that you're seeing. We all crave it, we all desire it, but like you need to recognise people are different, and difference means boundaries as well. But it's like they don't all have to be exclusive of each other, but like that will mean that there are some things. Yeah, you got to respect. Cool.